Shalom, everybody. Rabbi Edelstein here with a very late-breaking, last-minute Rabbi E in 3, brought to you as always by MEOR DC. Find us on Facebook or at MEORDC.com and learn about our programs. The only reason I'm talking to you today on this very busy week, I wasn't going to do the Rabbi E in 3 if not for the wonderful effort of my good friend and inspiration to me, Mr. Josh Lampel, out in Los Angeles. He messaged me this morning, "Where's my Rabbi E in 3?" And it was a crazy week for a lot of different reasons. But thank you, Josh, for getting me to do a last-minute, full of joy, the simcha Rabbi E in 3. Now, there's a lot to be joyous about. And I'm joyous I'm with you today. I'm joyous because last night in my home, one of the reasons it was a crazy week, we had a festive meal for a bride and a groom. A wonderful student of ours, Mike Sushner, got married last Sunday, and his beautiful bride, Rachel, were in our home with many guests, a festive meal. So that's a simcha, that's a joy for us and really for the whole Jewish people. Another joy, my son passed this morning his driving test. That's where I was this morning when my friend Josh Lampel messaged me. Now, I hope that should be a simcha. Certainly, it will avoid pain and misery in the house, but it should only be well. He should have a wonderful, long, and safe driving career. Amen. That's a simcha. My son's driving test, Binyamin. And most of all, not last, but maybe not most of all, another reason for simcha. Misha nichnas Adar Marbin B'Simcha. Today is the first day of Adar, the month of Adar, the month of Purim. Misha Nechnas Adar, Marbim B'Simcha. Hey, yeah. Okay, I don't have my crazy hat, but it's a time of Simcha. Why? Because Purim is in 2 weeks, and then Pesach a month after that. It's a Zman Geula, and a Zman of Nisim, a time in our history of redemption, of miracles. Hidden miracles like on Purim, and open miracles like on Pesach. So it's simcha, joy. And this week's Torah portion, Terumah, just adds to the joy. Why? It's the building of the Mishkan, Parshas Terumah in the book of Exodus. It says, Hashem spoke to Moshe saying, "Speak to the children of Israel and let them take for me a portion. From every man whose heart motivates him, you shall take my portion." And then gold and silver and beautiful dyed wool, many materials come forth for the building project of the tabernacle, of the Mishkan. Well, what's the joy about that? Well, it's nice to build a building. DC's got a lot of buildings going up all the time. This was a special building. Why? Because as Hashem says, they shall make a mikdash for me, a sanctuary for me, so that I may dwell among them. That was the purpose of the Mishkan, that the Shekhinah, the divine presence, would rest in the midst of the Jewish people, and as I've talked about before, really in every Jewish heart, in every person's heart, when God's presence would be felt among us down here. That's the purpose of the building project of the tabernacle. It was beautiful. It was the centerpiece of the Jewish people's life in the desert, and then later the temple in Israel. But it wasn't about a big building or even about a physical unification. It was about a spiritual connection to God that was intensified and enhanced and expressed in and through the Mishkan. And that's the beauty of Judaism. We do mundane things, day-to-day things, I should say, daily things, building things with materials. Every mitzvah is built on, or most mitzvahs on physical objects, but when we do them according to the detail and with the right spirit, Hashem's presence can rest among us intensely and in full measure in the Mishkan of old, but to some extent even now. Every mitzvah we do is like a mini Mishkan. A home is a mini Mishkan if it's built on sanctity and on following Hashem's law. So there's a lot to be joyous about. I got to go. You got to go. Let's be simcha. Adar here. Purim's coming. May more people get married. May more people pass their driving tests. Good Shabbos.